Okay, there we go. You now should be able to hear me. Hello, everybody. Once my second is up, all the seconds. Hello, everybody. We are working through some adjustments with our overlay. It was like up in the corner because we had to like fix it to be actual 4K. Should we all just smile and nod and pretend like we hear? I love how it's like, I could totally see that through the chat window, that you're smiling and nodding at me. First off, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Golden Feather Tavern. I'm Chibi, your host for this evening. Vertec will be joining me a little later. He got a little bit hung up with work, but nevertheless, we have a couple of, oh, that was nice. We have a couple of subs to do a cheers to. So, cheers. That was a good pop, right? Cheers to, thank you, Mr. Kryptonite. Welcome in. 17 months, nice. Cheers to Toast for bringing the raid. Cheers to Can Do for bringing Dusty a patron. And then cheers, cheers to Mr. Cryptic. Woo! Fireball be spicy tonight. Steven interview when? Soon TM. How? I don't even have a camera on this setup. Twitch is a super hacking platform, right? I need to go back and like clip that pop. That I feel like that needs to be a thing. Vertex gone. Here comes the fireball. Hey, I didn't have a drink ready. Okay, I have my water. My water. It's a heck of a potion. It is. It is. A wild TB appears. Yes. 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 And cheers to it being Tuesday. Absolutely. It's been a long week. I know it's only Tuesday, but it's already been a long week. Sorry for being delayed. I needed to cancel last night because I was trying to figure out what was going on. So we figured out two things. One, part of our issue with the stream is that we have our games in 2K. And though the OBS said it was in 2K, it was not in 2K. I don't know what it was in, but Vertec remade all of the stream overlays for us in terms of going fresh, like from scratch, and making sure it's like 2K canvas and everything, importing everything back in. And I think we need to do the intro video, get it fixed up to actually fit the 2K setting. But yeah, but why 2K? Welcome in, Pockets. Thank you, by the way, Pockets, for the shout outs. I really appreciate that. That meant a lot. I saw them when I came in. Clipped. Thank you, Erwin. I appreciate it. But yeah, so a little bit of funkiness because this is my first time actually going live with this version. So yeah. Hatsuo, thank you. Welcome in. I need to explain that joke to the kids. No. Nice. Thank you, Erwin. I appreciate you. All right. So, oh yeah, I've been advertising the PvP Summit. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. We're actually having Dusty on. So if you guys don't know when we're having our summit, it is next Saturday, the 23rd. And yes, there's a small nerd. Hello, small nerd here. 3 days before the Alpha 2 Phase 3 drops, and unfortunately I will not be able to be there for the beginning of Phase 3 because we're going to PAX West. But you know what? I'm going to have fun at PAX West. We're going to do a live stream from PAX West. I think I have an idea of what I want, but I need to confirm with the other people that are attending with us that they are also indeed okay with the idea that I have. So Yes. This weekend we have Strudels Plays as our guest. We're having our podcast this weekend. Next weekend is our PvP Summit. We're having Dusty on. We're having a number of other PvP primary guilds on to talk about their experience. It's going to be a blast. I have both streams set up on our YouTube. So if you want to go over to our YouTube and check out it's the next 2 upcoming lives, you'll be able to see it. Mark yourself as a reminder. We'll do probably a shout out again after the podcast this week, just to remind everybody that we're doing it next week. So yeah, super excited for that. Lots going on behind the scenes for that. So pretty excited. Welcome in, Tarvo. So yeah. For tonight, if you've never heard about our Tavern talk, first off, welcome to the Tavern. I'm Chibi. I am one half of the Golden Feather Tavern. I am in normal people clothing tonight, but on Saturdays, or Sundays, maybe both, we like to rock out our Tavern garb and do a little bit of a light RP. You are in a tavern within Vera for Ashes of Creation, and we love to cover the news and the gossip that we hear about in Vera as a tavern. So I'm pretty excited. Don't worry, TB, I'll be doing enough grinding August 26th to make up for the loss. Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed that. So that means a lot to me. Thanks. But yeah, so Vertec and I, we met over Ashes of Creation in the Discord way back in 2017. 2019, we had already had a podcast. It was starting to fail. We swapped over to the TGF Tavern, and we've been here ever since. So we're pretty excited. We've been following the development for a while, and our thing is we love to cover what the people are talking about in the community. So this could be Reddit, this could be Discord, this could be the forums, all of the above. So it's been a little bit quiet on Reddit, I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop into some of the other things. Yeah, you're going to be doing that grind too, Erwin? Sounds good. What do we have? So the Reddit's been pretty quiet. There's been talking about Burns, one of the other content creators. He did a video recently, so Vladis posted about his video. If you also are curious about my thoughts on PvP, because fun fact, I am not a PvPer, I'm a PvEer. So it's kind of funny that we are hosting a PvP summit, but it's kind of interesting because I can talk about it from the lens of I'm a PvE player, and I actually put out my video on my thoughts of Ashes of Creation's PvP system through the lens of being a PvE player. So if that interests you, feel free to go check that out. But aside from that, we've got patch notes, and we found out that the PTR, as I'm sure many of you are aware, is down until tomorrow. And so that has a lot of us curious, what the heck are they doing? It was initially a 12-hour downtime, and then they extended it. So what are your thoughts? What do you think they're doing that causes this long of a downtime? Because I'm thinking perhaps, maybe just a little bit, it might be the new recipes. I don't know. So curious to see your thoughts. Taking a nap. Naps are good. I mean, they need a nap. They've been doing pretty much a lot of grinding over there. Cat has been into the mainframe power cable. Oh no! Fixing the lighting inside of Carf. Okay. We all know Bloodthirsty Cleric means player versus everyone and everything that moves when she says PvE. No, I don't. You're silly. So, the forums have been pretty quiet too. There's been some thoughts on econ. Some of these are really long, and I don't really feel like reading through these entire extremely long paragraphs of things. Yesterday's stress test, Jacob was excited about new network tech that they're testing. It seemed fine-tuning. Good to know, wizard. Good to know. Welcome in, by the way. Over off of YouTube. Okay, so this person has big econ thoughts. I'm deleting this because that's not really The test yesterday went really well. Is that sarcastic or is that actually... Everyone was just kind of waiting for the big econ patch. Yeah, honestly, I think that I've noticed it kind of quieted down. Like we had the... Okay, so it was actually great. Awesome. I was just wondering because you said Jacob, and I'm pretty sure Jacob was the one that was doing Summoner last time and then broke the server trying to do Summoner things when it wasn't ready yet. But all I've really seen on the forums and Reddit is... You know, like, hey, should I be doing PTR? Or, hey, I think maybe we should do double clicking for dodging. Or, hey, like, I'm having issues with FPS while I'm testing. Like, excuse me. It's not really a whole lot that people are talking about. Like, I think that the excitement is there, but it's like we're in the waiting phase is kind of what I'm thinking is happening here. They took him away 2 weeks ago and give him back. Yeah, give him back with more features. Yeah. Freeholds. That's another one. That's a good one. Couldn't even crash the server when we tried. Oh no. Well, that's good. Because I know we were trying to do Summoner, or not Summoner, but the dynamic gridding testing. And I was just watching people like either get like rubber banded or something weird happen when crossing the boundaries as the server was meshing. Or not meshing, sorry, going dynamic and splitting. That's what I meant, splitting. Well, they did a split and then they like merged them together, not mesh, merged. That was the word. So yeah, exactly. I don't just half break things. And when we try, Summoner isn't just broken. It breaks everything else. I knew I'd choose the right class. Absolutely fair. I'm putting that on screen because I think that's funny. But yeah, so a lot of people are just talking about, you know, like, how do you get a key? Is it the right time to test PTR, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? And I think that like my biggest answer to a lot of these is if you really like testing stuff, if you really like exploring and trying to break things and things like that, then yes, the PTR would be great for you. Because I see two types of people with testing, right? We've got our, hey, tell me what to do and I'll go do it type of testers. And we got the, hey, I just want to go do whatever I want. And you getting mad at me for not like being over in this area is making it so like I can't just test whatever I want. So I think that's what we have with the PTR, and then we have Shoal, the live server. And yes, I know Shoal is well behind PTR at this point, but I think, yeah, like Mr. Noobtastic says, been loving the PTR. I think it's nice to give people direction. There are both types of tests when you test games. I've tested games before, not like paying a studio to let me test it, but, you know, actually tested games for money. And sometimes they will guide you and sometimes they won't. They just want to see what you're going to do. And if you get a little off track for what they're looking for, they'll just come over and correct, like quietly and politely correct you a little bit. Like, hey, I think you're spending way too much time on trophy hunting, chibi. And we would actually like you to test this other thing instead. And I'd be like, okay, cool. So I'll adjust. Because I don't know if anybody else is like me, but, you know, getting those different titles and things like that, that's my fun. That's my cup of tea. Check out different stuff every couple of days without worrying about character progression is fun. Yeah, absolutely. I love that the PTR allows you to have access to like a NPC to boost yourself so that you can test up different things. I mean, hey, honestly, if you're not sure what a class is going to feel like mid-game, quarter game, because let's be honest, end game is 50. We don't have end game yet. But you can see what it feels like at 15, at 25, etc. if they have the 25s back. But this is a perfect experience for, hey, I've never tested Rogue before. I've never played Rogue. Is Rogue even my cup of tea? Get onto the PTR, boost it to 15, play around with it, try and figure out the skills, you know, see if that's your jam. You know, I think that's a perfect time because it's going to be a lot longer of a slog to go through all of the different classes on live. and just push them up to like 15 or 25, you know, especially with some of these changes. I think they're trying to tune down the curve for how quickly you get up to 25. It's not going to be like 2 days anymore, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that's their goal. I think it's going to take closer to like a week or so, you know. I killed Fupo Tank on my rogue for 40v40v40 for doing the PTR test. Yeah, I was just watching you guys, at least on the dynamic server. I was watching everybody like go everywhere and just like fight across the server lines, and then Fupo was like grappling things. Only thing is, I like more on the PTRs having Mr. New Tech. Yeah, aw, that's sweet. I'm glad you like having newbie in the guild. I did just that, narrowed down my non-summoner choices finally to 2 classes. It only took me since October. Fair, very fair. Had level 10 armor on. Yeah, absolutely fair. I like that they have a variety of different armors that you can choose from, although it was a little confusing to pick between because it said like light magic armor. So I clicked it, but then it wasn't like for me necessarily. It felt like it was better for somebody else who was trying to get like defense against magic, maybe. I don't know. So I just ended up going with like the Soul Seeker or something that I knew for sure was definitely for me as a cleric. But I love that there's the different things on there for you to mix and match with. I'm not sure if they're done with all of the stats and things like that for you to do your own blend with, but I think my opinion has changed. I don't know, Erwin, if you were there when I first started testing Alpha 2. Hey, Zombie, welcome in. How are you? But I was at one point, I was like, no, I'm only going to do light. And then by the end of phase 2, I was like, well, I guess I'll do light and medium. It's okay. Some like magic armor has a phys accessory is a good thing. It's all free. Yeah. Absolutely. It was just a little confusing when it was saying that it's like light magical armor. And then I had like fizz on me and I was like, this is a little strange. I clicked the right one, right? But either way, it's really fun. It's also really cool to see like the daggers having new things. Yes, I know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think this really big downtime is for the new recipe system. It's a big update. Oh yeah, it's a massive amount of recipes. And then also people are wondering, you know, when are we going to see the new iteration of the hunter? When are we going to see, like, not the hunter, but hunting? When are we going to see the new iteration of hunting? When are we going to see an advanced level of the animal husbandry system? Things like that. It's going to be a massive number. Just look at all the new sets we have this week. Exactly. Like, I mean, I popped on like a couple days ago, but I was busy yesterday and today, but obviously it went down, so I couldn't even test, but that's okay. Mix and match Bonanza. I'm super excited for that. I think they're also excited to see what people come up with for sets, you know, like I love the set bonuses. I love the stats that are being adjusted for it and everything. I'm really curious to see, you know, what I end up going for. And it allows for a level of fine tuning your gear that, you know, I'm not really used to being able to have, and it's pretty cool. I just don't know if it's just going to be just through the set bonuses or actually when you go to craft the gear too. Because one thought that I held for a while now is that when you go to craft the gear, you can maybe choose what the set stats are. Like if I'm looking for more intelligence, for example, instead of constitution or something, I can adjust it so that instead of this thing, I can put this thing in, and now it's intelligence focused instead of dex, you know. It needs to be when you craft it, otherwise I'd be very sad. Yeah, very fair, very fair. Crafter completionists are gonna lose their minds. Honestly, we talked about that a little bit on Sunday during the subscriber only stream. We were talking about like how the impact of all of these different dynamic dungeons and things like that are literally going to make it so you possibly may never have access to a certain recipe unless like you siege down a node to put up another node. So it's crazy. But PTR is expected, just in case anybody's wondering, to go back up tomorrow at 1 p.m. It went down today at 10 a.m. So it'll be tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. 1 to 10, 4 different sets, 10 to 20, 4 different sets. So I'm feeling 72 plus recipes now, adjusted from my original thought of 52. Interesting. Okay. I just wonder how many people will complain about having so much analysis paralysis. It's kind of worrisome to have so many places to grind, so many pieces of gear to wear, so many different things. And that's a very fair. Like, how much research do you have to do before starting your character? I mean, I've always thought that like certain things are end game things, but like knowing what's on the market, knowing what you have access to, knowing what you don't have access to, I imagine there's going to be a situation where my server doesn't have access to a certain recipe set or a certain dungeon that another server has. And through the grapevine, we heard that the other server had access to these and we would rather have that. So now we have to figure out, okay, which nodes do we need to get rid of to be able to get that one advanced to a place to also have that? And that'll be an additional reason. That'll be a PvE reason almost to do PvP. And I find that interesting. I'm very curious to see how that plays out. If you aren't focused on best in slot, you saved yourself a ton of research needed. Just find stuff that seems fun for what you want to do. Absolutely. Yeah. Drink enough coffee, it'll work out. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Let's see. I wish when they compared what is tier 1 in a grade and what is used in a higher tier, they didn't use both a novice and apprentice gatherable. Are you talking about like from the live stream example? Let's see. I haven't really seen much. I mean, obviously, back in the June, yeah, okay. But obviously, they've adjusted it. If you guys haven't been on PTR, if you guys don't know about the changes on PTR right now, they have adjusted it so that your granite and basalts are everywhere. And you have to mine the granite and basalt, I believe, to get some of the other rocks. The tables get moved. Like the, I mean, I saw that they moved like the alchemy table from Avon's End. Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, I was in there. And like, I think the wood lumber milling or something, or the lumber something got moved over to the Briarmore. Yeah. Masonry has gone from lumber. Yeah. Pain. Oh no, I'm sorry. Recipes for the new tiers are going to need to get tested hard. Yeah, they will. That'll tell us a ton about the gear crafting direction. True. And then hello, Aofree. Welcome in. And also welcome in, moms. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I am hoping that they get it in because look, guys, we are 2 weeks from P3. I mean, I've also said previously that I think 1 week is definitely enough to test it as a bare minimum, but I'm hoping for 2, at least like 1.5 weeks. But with this such big of an update, I kind of feel like maybe I'm leaning into my microphone. I'm kind of thinking because of such big of an update that it will be some bigger econ changes. I'm really curious to see what that looks like. Very excited. I'll have tomorrow evening free to like do some freedom. Plus, yes, a bunch of bug tests too, right? They said that they're prioritizing getting those bugs down and squashed before phase 3. They phase back more if they actually, I think they will, Duffels. I have complete like trust in them, that they will push it back if they actually need more time. I don't foresee them trying to do like a half-baked thing and being like, it's kind of almost there. Here you go. I do. Oh, welcome in. That word is so tiny. That's no. Okay. Cypher Enigma, thank you. Welcome in. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. But thank you. Yeah, I had to like adjust some of my windows. It was hiding behind something. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, I think that the new grade and tier system is interesting. I'm really curious to see how that feels. Noobtastic, I'm going to put you up on screen real quick, says, I like the new grade and tier system. It's a very good direction in my opinion. Lots of good potential as long as the mats required are what I think they will be. And I'm very curious to see how that feels. I'm very curious to see how the new mining direction felt. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they reverted it, right? They still have them basically in the basalt and the granite, and you have to like mine that to get ruby and some of the other things. I think copper, right? Maybe some coal. So yeah, I've liked the mining so far. And honestly, that's not really my main thing, so I didn't really have an opinion on it. But yeah, mining's pretty good at the PTR. Okay, so you're liking the change that they're making with that. Do you prefer that? Do you prefer having pretty much no idea what you're getting out of it? Or do you like knowing when you go up to ruby, you're getting ruby? It's a stressor on the inventory, but otherwise good. Okay, yeah, see, and that's what I was kind of curious about too, because at least I know, excuse me, if I'm trying to just get ruby, I can just go up to rubies and just collect ruby, and then I know I definitely have the space in my bag for it. But if I don't know, like what, oh, welcome in Lex Gaming. If you don't know, like what Erwin says, like, you know, gotcha boxes, right? It reminds me of gotcha boxes I don't have to pay for. But if you don't know what it is, it might be like inflating your inventory a little bit because you're getting some of the things that you don't necessarily want out of that. But I don't know. It's not really my artisan profession, so I don't really mind. Oh, okay. So granite is zinc and basalt is copper. That's good to know. I'm gonna, excuse me, put this on screen. Thank you, Aofi. Quite honestly, mining change almost makes me want to go back to mining. Okay, that's interesting. Mining bags going to be high in demand? I think absolutely. Raves, welcome in. I'll be putting extra mining mats into node by order since it's always needed. Yeah, and I think honestly, like, I think we'll probably see an abundance of these mining crates because you're just getting rid of stuff that you don't necessarily need maybe in your bag, because all you need to do is 30 of the mining crates. Mining pylons, my god. Oh yeah, true, the pylons, right? So that you can see what's inside of them. That's a fair point. It's a very good point. It's gonna be scorched earth. I think honestly, whoever makes the bags for the mining and whoever makes the pylons, I think that's arcane engineering. I think they will be making some decent money off of people trying to figure out what is in this node. Carpentry bags are bis unless they're changed. Fair. I don't know, I just always go herbalism bags just because I focus herbalism, like go. Just go. But welcome in, Raves. Mining bag's gonna be high in alert. It's a lot of additional dopamine hits when you go to look to see what you got every single hit. True. Like you see the little thing pop up in the bottom, like you got the copper, what have you. Personally, as an arcane engineer, I like the changes. I don't consider it changes because it is what they told us to be. Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying it's changes for what is currently on PTR. I mean, everything is a change going into the direction of the final, so it's still a change, regardless of if you feel it is or not. There was a lot of hopium happening for this patch maintenance. Oh yeah. I think there's a lot of intrigue on what exactly they're doing with this, and I'm honestly excited. I'm curious to see where they go, and I honestly hope, Intrepid, if you're listening, I hope that you continue this far past this, like in terms of like P3 launching. I hope there's a lot more PTR stress testing for like Summoner and other things. I hope you keep this up the way that you have the two split. I think it's working really well. I mean, obviously Shoal is so far behind PTR right now, but imagine if it wasn't. Imagine if they're both like the same type, and then, you know, the PTR was just iterating on stuff and you were testing the new things. I think people have really enjoyed doing the PTR system. The crate system needs a good polish, and tutorial system, absolutely. Ruby has dropped from both type of stone, and from what I saw, it dropped a lot more than copper or zinc. Oh, good to know, AO3. Been in a lot of streams listening. Yeah. Erwin, that's because we're all chomping at the bit for this. Yeah, we really are. We really are. There's a lot of us waiting. Like, I really loved how, who was it? Zach on the PTR was saying that they knew that the crafters were waiting for our turn at like the PTR testing. Hey, I'll hope all chill night before next testing grade. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Same to you. Same to you, Raves. Guild activities is a hope. Absolutely. I haven't done a crate system. I need to go get on that. Honestly, my only suggestion, apparently you're supposed to be able to hover over it to be able to tell which thing you're turning into, but I'd like to see that just when you go to like talk to it, like pop up the window, like this is the storage person that you're turning this crate into, instead of me having to hover over like a mini map or something to try and figure out what that entry point is. Do you have your own challenge now? What's your challenge, Oracle? But I'm really hoping that they add, like, to what Erwin says, I really hope that they add some actual like guild activities, like being able to like do a raid together and that gets XP towards the guild or something like that. Because again, this is supposed to be a group-based game, right? It's supposed to be something that we all play together, and it's supposed to be fun as a group thing. And the other thing I would say, having tested with Erwin, is that if your group is not really getting like group loot, like for example, doing like a quest from like church, right? You have to like pick up all these things. As soon as I'm done picking up something, please don't let me pick up any more of that thing. Let it automatically be able to be lootable by somebody else in my party that has also killed that mob. But it's a little frustrating when like Erwin and I are fighting for like the same drop for like a buckler thing, and then I get it twice and he doesn't get it at all. But I also, it's not tradable, but I have learned, by the way, if that ever happens to you, just only pick up the glint if it goes to your loot, even if you already have the item. Just only pick up the things that like aren't the item, and then leave the item be. Like, don't just auto pick up everything, and then he'll be able to pick up, or another person in your party will be able to pick up the other item. I'm gonna change the song. The song gets a little too hyper for me. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, don't spam F. Well, yeah. Sometimes it's second nature. You just gotta be mindful about it. I see, Oracle. I see. They've talked about that being a thing at some point. It would be cool if it was soon. It would be cool. And also, I would love to... It goes global. It does. And that's, like, unfortunate if there's, like, other people around you. So your guildmate has to be, like, really fast. But not possible, Hubsy. Welcome in. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, they also talked about having like a calendar system in for your guild too. So if you're trying to like plan out raid nights or whatever. I mean, the other thing, I don't know if some of you know this or not, but they're intending on having like for your phone, they want to have like a app that you can still interact with your guild and everything, see like guild events and stuff like that from your app. I think that'd be cool. That way you can stay connected while out of game too. It doesn't have to just be Discord. I missed the WoW calendar, right? I loved the WoW calendar. I also hope that the calendar has like the little Varan holidays on it so that you can see when like a Varan holiday is coming up. Someone recommended Scribe, but that would mean going alchemy as well for the ink. Yeah, if you're trying to do it all by yourself, but Oracle, you already know I'm going Grandmaster Alchemist. So like, I mean, if you want to do it all by yourself, go for it. Yeah, Scribe is a grind. We actually helped one of the people in our guild level up scribing, and we learned a couple of like tips and tricks. So for example, if a node, especially since you're doing like from the whole novice part of everything, even apprentice, if you go to a node that has like the perk for crafting, then they get extra XP. Pocket says, ooh, speaking of that, Chibi, what did you think about the Master Alchemy Station? I saw your message. I didn't respond because I don't remember exactly what was said on the stream, so I haven't responded yet. But I'm assuming it was just an example. I don't know. School of Construction. Thank you, Raves. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. The School of Construction. Oh, and I think there's also a construction building. So you have to grab, at least for now, a crate from either the Avon's End or the Barrymore Farms. Otherwise, if you're at the Anvils, it's the 2 outposts that are related to the starting zones. So you have to grab a crate from there and bring it all the way to your city, unless your city builds a construction building, and then you can just grab the crates from the construction building within the city and take it over. So just so curious why it was processing instead of any other. I mean, I don't know if it was just like the building, because like the laboratory building encompasses the alchemy station, the scribe station, and the arcane engineer station. So I just took it as like the building itself for laboratory and not necessarily the alchemy station in particular, but I don't recall what was exactly said or shown. So I'm keeping my comments to myself. So are crates the only way to get progress buildings? Is pretty much like, yeah, that's so basically, I think if I understand correctly, crates, oh, it's an addition. Okay, I was gonna say I thought crates replaced the buy orders, but I guess like the buy orders are still there, so you don't have to use a crate. Oh, the website's back up. Awesome. I wonder if did they take down the keys? What did they do? Like, I know they did a web maintenance, but buy orders are still a thing. Okay. Node buy orders first, then construction crates. Gotcha. When I last tested the crates, there wasn't actually a mayor. So we were mayorless, and I was just turning in crates to a random place. So I haven't actually experienced the buy orders in addition to the crates yet. I'm pulling up my Discord again. There we go. Web maintenance. Oh yeah, they completed it at 9:14. So they brought it down, and they didn't say what it was for. We saw a Renkai. Yeah. Rosh was a Renkai. GMs put buildings into the plot for crates to finish it. Ah, okay. But I don't want to do crates. You don't have to do crates. Yeah, Jacob also runs around in Renkai. Roshan will as well. Yeah, I've seen a few others that well. Yeah. It was really funny. So I noticed in the most recent test that I did, you have to do crates to vote. Interesting. Glad to see you online. Thanks for that. Of course, Big Red Jeff. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping in and saying something. But I didn't know you had to do the crates to be able to... It's not all working. Okay. So I just assumed you had to like actually contribute in any meaningful way. Buy orders will give you a rep once it's working. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I was like, it feels a little bit awkward to force someone to partake in a system in order to be able to partake in other systems. Meaning like, you don't have to partake in a siege or in a war, technically. Like, yes, you can sign up for them. Yes, if your node is at war, you'll be at war with them. But you don't have to be there. You could go somewhere else and not be in the war, I think. But to like physically make somebody have to deal with the crates, and then knowing that people will flag up to PvP them, especially because of the crates. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. But if it's not the only way, that's ideal. That would make things much easier when hunting lodge and artisan board if those give rep. Yeah, I think honestly, partaking in like the commission boards should give you some rep, maybe albeit at a lower amount. But it depends on the commission, I suppose. Crates were 4K XP and 11 mayor bucks, but then they were called something else now too. Yeah. Okay. But like the web maintenance, what was that all about? I'm gonna go look on ashesgration.com real quick. If you guys also haven't tested on PTR at all, they have these really gorgeous new starting screens where it's just like video of like Vera, and it's really, really pretty. And I honestly would like that to be my starting screen. So instead of like, not like necessarily instead of replacing like our entire starting screen, but like instead of the video that we have now, I would like to have that really pretty like starting video. Have had to have been back end, didn't notice anything standout-ish. Okay. I was curious, right? The starting screens are so pretty. I was just curious if maybe adds a really good flair. If they got rid of the keys, because that was a pretty big downtime, but I don't think they got rid of the keys. Yeah, you can still buy your Alpha 2 third wave bundle that comes with Beta 1 and Beta 2 access and some game time. So, 15 embers. Interesting. I was told Vans on longer runs. Vans no longer run on Glint. Is that what you were saying? Love the new screens. Adds a good flair. It reminds me honestly of no, oops. All good. I just want to make sure I understood that correctly. Cool. I'm curious to see what Vans do run on. They'll not bring the keys down unless they give a really good lead time so people know. Okay, fair. They did say that they're selling keys until they didn't need to anymore. And so I was like curious, like, when do they not need to anymore? Never know. But yeah, I'm glad that they have a plan to have lead time. There are different types of commodities. Okay, so I know that there's the commodities, but I thought you bought the commodities through the Glint. Very curious to see how you get the commodities now if it's not Glint. What's it by being able to gift them? Yeah. That'd be nice. You make them through crates. You make the commodities through the crate system. Interesting. Okay. By the way, Hubsy, unfortunately, I think that they don't want people to be able to like gift game time for whatever reason. So like the way that we've had to do it before is literally gift the person $100 through like Zelle or something. Keys are limited. They technically were said. Oh no! I'm sorry, Strauss. We do have our own. It goes pretty well. We do have our own notifications within the Discord, by the way. I don't know if you knew that or not, but we have the TGF alerts, and that will alert you 15 minutes prior to us going live. But I'm going back up here real quick. Madam Mao. Meow. The keys technically were limited, but they haven't cut them off. They're saying that they're opening keys for purchase until they reach a threshold or something that they were satisfied with, and then they would probably close them, and they haven't been closed since. So yeah. No more Glint for Vans grind on the PTR, so it's coming. Yeah, fair. Catching up with chat though, because I went back and forth a little bit. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. I know it's a barrier of entry too. I grind for Glint to run Vans now. I want a better way, but I've never done Vans on PTR. Very fair. Very fair. Honestly, and I also suggest that people just sell their glint until we get like a level 3 node, because you kind of need gold to be able to repair for things, or maybe get bags and stuff like that. So at least until level 10. If there's already a level 3 node somewhere, just do it to level 10 and then, you know, figure out what the glint is used for now. But, you know, this honestly, what you guys are saying reminds me of the statement that Steven made that there would be multiple different currencies in order to obtain a freehold and not just the person with the most gold. So I'm curious to see what other currencies we end up with. Very, very curious. But yeah, I can't really tell anything that happened within the maintenance for web, so probably just back end, like you said. Very pretty high glint drops. It does have pretty high glint drops. And also Erwin and I were testing in PTR, and there was a new Riverlands glint or resource that was dropping, and I was like, what is this? What is this? It was dropping a lot too. I got these hands, and there's a currency. That's a currency anyone can get. Get these hands. Oh, the essence. Yeah. The Riverlands essence. Very curious to see what that's about. And I'm very curious to see, like, if we have Riverlands essence, that probably implies we have Sand Squall essence or Gendark essence, or, you know, what is this essence meaning, you know? Of course, the gathering is super high rarity. Yeah. Anvils was dropping it also. No idea what it was for. Yeah, no clue. I'm so curious. I'm so intrigued. But yeah, I'm hoping that like the gathering, like the actual gathering of like herbs and things, get like more of a real life rarity balance to it. Because I mean, I was still getting like purples and legendaries and stuff off of the PTR from just gathering flowers and things like that. So I was like, oh, okay, it's like really easy to get these higher level things. I know they're not done, so I'm not judging it yet, but I'm curious. Each biome gets seems to be getting an essence. Yeah, flax were everywhere, so that was nice. Yeah, and honestly, it's really funny to hear somebody say like they couldn't find any flax because I had like 2 bags full of flax. I was like, whoops, sorry. For now, yeah, for now, exactly. I hope we don't get zone rep grinds with essence as currency. Maybe. You don't like the rep for current, like the different areas? I don't know. I like reputation. Having a blast yesterday when I was when I saw flax all over. Yeah, I hated WoW rep. Honestly, okay, so my favorite rep, okay. I'm probably gonna be such a girl at this moment, but it was like the most badass experience I remember in WoW, where you had like the Murlocs maybe or something. There was some clan you had a grind rep with. And then you got this little dinosaur egg, and you had to walk around with it and keep it warm. And then it cracked into like a little like dino, and you had to feed it. You had to like go around with it out as a pet, and you had to like kill monsters and have it drop like the meat, and then feed it meat. And then over time you had to like, you know, spend time with it, and it grew up and it became a mount, and I just loved it. Honestly, that was my favorite. Yeah, from the Isles. I did the 40v40v40, and they had to summon me because I was farming flax. Oh no. I count essence. I doubt essence will be used for rep because it's a biome wide, not node, at least judging by the name. Besides, there are other ways to grind node rep. True. Is the Gorwas and Shalazar Basin? Yeah. Gorlak egg. Yep. The GMs came and did a little event 2 weeks or so ago. They talked about a coming darkness. Any ideas on what this means? You in the dark like the rest of us? I am in the dark like the rest of you guys. Although I wonder if the darkness has to do with the do I say it? The corruption. The corruption is coming. The underworld too. Yeah, we also need the underworld. My guess essence will be in crafting. Probably. Nailed it. Darkness comes. You are not prepared. That's my best evil laugh. Congratulations. Enjoy it, I guess. Oh God, don't tease me with the underrealm. Gosh, honestly, there's like, I'm pretty sure in the Jundark or maybe in the Coming Darkness is the P2 ending event in my opinion. I like that. That's a very good idea, Hubsy. But I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's like a dungeon in either the Jundark or the Tropics where like there's the pocket dungeon and it looks very like underrealmy. You know what I mean? Like it's all, there's the bioluminescent like things. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like mushrooms and plants and stuff. I think it's taking Shoal out of the pasture. Oh no. Raves. There is a cream for that. Oh no. Harbingers! Yes, I could totally see the Harbingers coming down. With a big meter and a dragon. I knew exactly what you were talking about, Mr. Noobtastic. I was like, yes, the Harbingers. Honestly, I would love to see like the monster coin system being utilized. Oh my God, can you just imagine it? Imagine it. You are in Jova, just going about your daily life because Jova's the highest node city and, highest level node. And suddenly a harbinger just kind of freaking arrives and it's like Steven or one of the devs. And now you have to rally as like a group of people against a harbinger. Chaotic, man. Chaos. I'd love to see that. I would pay to see that. Carfin with no lag was one of my favorite parts about the PTR test that most recently we had 120 people just running around killing and I had 0 lag. That's great. Monster Coin launch end of P2.5. Go! I mean, he kind of showed it off with the pirate, you know, being in and everything. Give me a second, sorry. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. And then this one. There we go. I'm preparing for a Vertec to join me. Ooh, everyone gets a monster coin. Everyone automatically activates and becomes whatever. Ooh, that'd be cool. There's so many things in this game. What evil mastermind came up with all this, Steven? Straight up Steven. That'd be the Sandal Lord, absolutely. Monster coin would be cool. Curio coin vendor would be cool to shoot too. Honestly, I would love to see like a boss or something drop a monster coin after you defeat it, or like maybe not like the boss, but maybe like one of the sub boss. You know, like how you go into a raid, at least in like World of Warcraft, you go into the raid and there's like the mini bosses that you have to fight through, right? Or even like D&D or Pathfinder, you go through, there's like the mini boss, right? He's not really like the big bad yet, but he's like one of the big bad's bigger henchmen that you have to fight. And like he drops a monster coin, so you can't necessarily be the big bad, but you could be like one of the mini big bads. The big bad light. They need to make Steven giant and his weapon a sandal modeled off the giant. Honestly, I fully expect to see a Steven Sharif like what do you call that, statue in the game, with like a sandal in his hand, like, wow. I'd love to see it. And you have to be a mini big bad in order to fight the boss. Ooh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. A sandal coin? I'd love to see that. That'd be interesting. Oh, welcome over to Twitch. There's a giant sandal on the plateau in Squalls. There is. We're going to get invaded by ducks. Honestly, if you ever see a bunch of like random little ducks somewhere, yeah. Hi, Torius. Welcome in. How are you doing? I don't know if the restream is... Oh, only one of you. Yeah, for now. Actually, Vertec is about to pop in a moment. He's just wrapping up work, so he'll be here in like... Give him a couple minutes. He'll be here in a second. A notable event involved a Harbinger comet landing between the Aelan capital, Ayla, and the city of Carfin, enabling the ancients to advance on both cities during the fall. Ooh. Wait, hold on. A notable event involved a Harbinger comet landing between the Aelan capital Ayla and the city of Carfin, enabling the ancients to advance on both cities during the fall. They are described as almost comet-like structures traveling through space to locate Vera, carrying a strong magical energy that facilitates interdimensional travel. Interesting. Oh, I got a Vertec. Bah, how did I miss this? Hello. I can't hear you. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm getting Vertec in here. I'll pull that up in a second. I still can't hear you, Vertec. I don't know why I can't hear you though, because it's not like it's muted. I can hear you now. Huzzah. You're not necessarily quiet. It does sound pretty decent. A little bit like fuzzy, I think, but not bad. That could very well do it. All right, let me bring you on cam for everybody else to see you, because people have been asking already about where you are. Yeah, well, they've been asking for you, so they missed you. There we go. Here's the Vertec, you guys. Can they hear you though? No, they can't, because everything, for some reason, every time we like go back and forth, it just defaults to default instead of like voice chat or something. Should be able to hear you though now. Test.
That's weird.
Yep, there we go.
All right. We have audio.
Yes.
Yes, Strauss. Thank you. One fellow old guy to another.
We were just talking about... I was just reading the lore that Fupo was giving us. We're talking about... someone said... Hold on, I'm scrolling up for a while. Strauss asked me, because they said that the darkness is coming.
Ooh.
And asked if I knew anything about that, but I don't. But we kind of, I was kind of guessing maybe it was like the corruption reign.
Yeah, I'm guessing that some of that is lore that was given out on the servers with the GMs and all, like that whole lore event.
Possibly. Thank you, Brody. Yeah, I have to like fix through it a little bit. Our audio kind of randomly goes to default and then I have to fix it. Vertec had to like redo our whole setup because apparently our canvas wasn't actually 2K. It was just saying it was 2K.
Mm-hmm. Had to nuke everything and start all over.
Hello, Kaze.
Amazing.
It's the anvils and insane amounts of fog. Okay, so Torius is saying that give scaled rewards so you can theoretically get really high level piece of gear that you can't use yet. Interesting.
Okay.
But basically, so Fupo was reading or sending out some things and I was reading it. So he was saying, a notable event involved a Harbinger comet landing between the alien capital Ayla and the city of Carfin, enabling the ancients to advance on both cities during the fall. They are described as almost comet-like structures traveling through space to locate Vera, carrying a strong magical energy that facilitates interdimensional travel. The arrival of the Harbingers also impacted Vera's cosmology, with one Harbinger striking the shattered moon, causing it to periodically erupt, which you can see within the world of Vera today. So, yeah. Erwin's going to grab dinner. They're welcoming you in. Oh, the ancients emerged from the conduits at the center of the Harbingers, using them to invade and conquer Vera. Interesting. Snack time. Yeah, enjoy your snack.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing snacks right now. Shoving my face with watermelon at the moment.
Yeah.
Got a big old bucket of it.
And then he continues with, so there are a bridge between the void and the material plane where the world of Vera exists. Now, of course, this is all stuff that has been said is totally possible to be changed or tweaked. But yeah. Lore. I love lore. Welcome in, Kaze. I always know where Vertec is. He's always on my mind. Oh, that's cute. This is definitely Anvil's insane amounts of fog. I read that already. Is all in the wiki yap in the lore. Yeah, I kind of want to do like a lore like video at some point. I know like Loreforge likes to do lore stuff, but I kind of want to do like a synopsis of like different things. Sounds like a cool Ashes movie, right? I was a bit confused as people talked like the Harbinger are distinct being like a mob. Sorry, y'all. It was me driving the ship. Didn't mean to ruin the whole world. Lore is on the wiki. Yeah, it is on the wiki. You need a Harbinger license. No Harbinger license. Sorry. Because they're moist. Don't snitch. All right. See you in a second. Yeah, you want me to do that? Loreforge took a break. That's their fault. Oh, yeah, I'm sad that they took a break. Honestly, I was also thinking of doing like the foods that they put out a while back. So a couple of years back, some of the devs put together like a few different food items, like drinks and foods that are within Vera, and we were away for Christmas break at the time, so we couldn't even participate in making the foods. And so I was thinking of maybe doing that for a couple of them. So we'll see. Miss the cooking videos? Yeah, same. WoW has space cows. We get space, interdimensional, ancient, evil, corruption, demons of the void. Yay.
Upgrade, for sure.
Absolutely.
I have now in the Discord, just as a warning there, and I'll give it like a little bit for you to mute me before I talk.
Okay, let me find my Discord. Hold on. Okay, I should be ready now. Let me go ahead and mute you. Okay, good to go.
Word.
Cool. But yeah, I love the lore, and I mean that's a question that we have is, you know, is Intrepid going to do another charity stream this year? Because I love the charity stream. So
fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think I remember that, Mr. Noobtastic. I did some wild food cooking, did a Dragon Breath chili for chili cook-off. Nice, that's exciting. Excited for Vera food? Yeah, same. Actually, hold on, I'll show you guys what I have. I know it's not like our hangout, but like it ended up being one Vertex. So, by the way, I went through like the forums, the Reddit, and Discord, and there's not a whole lot of new stuff being talked about. It's a bunch of like, is it worth getting a key? And then like some other things. So it's not really anything new. I think the silence before the excitement storm is happening.
Yeah, I took a quick perusal in the same places and found about the same thing. It's just talking about existing in the game.
Yeah.
And or if they should exist in the game.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was like, oh man, that didn't really give me a whole lot to go off of this week. By the way, so I really wanted this and I ended up getting it for myself, but I have recipes from the world of Tolkien. I think I actually got this with like one of the gift cards my work gave me.
Nice.
So let me know if you guys want me to make some Lord of the Rings food. Like Hobbit food. I would love to make some Hobbit food.
I could also try my hand at recreating some of the recipes that Vera has for cooking right meow.
There you go. Since you're the cook, I'm the alchemist, you're the cook. That could be your thing. That'd be great. Plus, then I can be like the man behind the camera so I can get all the cool angles and stuff. Venom. Oh god, that just made me think of like Venom from Marvel, like just eating Venom.
We are Venom.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, okay, it's so far off topic. I know you guys are here to chat about ashes, but like the symbiote skins, I need them.
For
I need
rivals?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need them.
The
Venom.
Squirrel Girl one is oddly adorable.
Oh my god, the Squirrel Girl one scares the crap out of me and also reminds me of like freaking, what is that? The Venice trap plant on her tail.
Venus flytrap.
Yeah, Venus flytrap. Ooh, somehow was thinking cooking with green apple pucker. Interesting. Do we think Venom tastes like black liquor?
Oof.
I'm good.
Oof.
I'm good. Vertec would love that. I'm good.
I'm not sure about black licorice. I'm trying to think of what it would be.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought you were saying not sure to me. I was like, isn't that like the whole like main flavor of that like one thing that you like that I hate the flavor of? It's like yellow or something.
Absinthe. Yep.
Absinthe.
That's what Hoogie saying, yeah.
I can't. But
It's got anise, or anise, as some people call it.
a nice. Venom Glen from the Scorpion Broodling makes a great margarita. Oh, I'm scared. Black Licorice's plague on the. Thank you, Brody. Thank you. I also dislike black licorice. Give me cherry. Give me a strawberry. Don't give me the black licorice. You can keep that.
It is delicious.
Absinthe does not nice things.
And Jägermeister also.
I'm not trying to be a hater. I just don't want it. I'll make it for anybody else. I will not drink it. I literally made him drinks with it.
What do you mean absinthe does not nice things? Absinthe is delicious. And honestly, absinthe and sake, those two things like they just don't seem to have any kind of like hangover causing effects for me. Neither one of those.
I have no idea what you gave me the other time, but apparently that doesn't give me a hangover either.
I also feel like I sober up fairly quickly with both of those. Like, it's like I stopped drinking and within an hour, it's like, it's all gone.
Neither did
I didn't drink anything tonight.
Erwin says neither did my gin and tonics. Fortunately, I remember them all too kind. Oh no, Jaeger bombs. DJ is the purity. I mean, he loves it. He loves it, honestly. Also, I'm having an ADHD moment, but Purity Ring is a great band if you haven't listened to them.
Very true. Very true.
And welcome back, Kaze. And you do not have to drink a lot. Yeah. I don't really like the taste of the absinthe. I don't know what flavor it is, but it kind of grosses me out a little bit. Okay, enjoy your lunch.
Probably the anise star seed.
Of course, welcome.
Enjoy lunch.
Okay, so I need to catch up on what Atoria said. Atoria said, I think it would be really cool if you could get chests that spawn randomly so you can't meta game it, that give scaled rewards, so you could theoretically get a really high level piece of gear that you can't use yet. That would be interesting.
And I'll be right back visually, but I'm going to be listening.
Okay, I'm a little nervous with Thanksgiving gear, like especially like high level gear, unless it's maybe common, just because like, you know, people need. Absinthe equals drunk brie hours? No. Absinthe equals probably very unhappy brie hours. I do love me some lucid absinthe. The star anise is mild. I need to have to try that, I guess. There's rare flavors that will literally make me like feel ill when I'm tasting them, but that is one of them. There are random stashes in the world PTR with scrolls and glint. Yeah, I've noticed that, Raves. I've noticed that. I really like that. I do want them to add complex questline with tough challenges that gives you really cool, fancy weapon that's actually worth it. Absolutely, Kaze. I feel the same way. Booze is gross, in my opinion. Fair. Not everybody's cup of tea. That's actually why when I make my videos for like alcoholic drink videos, like the critical hit cocktail or the slime drink, I make sure to also offer a non-alcoholic version if you don't want alcohol in your drink. So that way you can still enjoy the flavors without having to have alcohol. For a second, you're just off in the corner at the tavern. I actually think less gear drops and more material drops to force a little more crafting. Yeah, I think that's something that they're trying to do. We can do drunk brie hours with critical hit cocktail and potions of fireball. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Get some more Heroes of Arcadia. Yeah.
Oh, I love Heroes of Arcadia. That's such a fun game. I can't wait to bring it with us to the con.
Oh my gosh. Nightwish, Ginger, Spirit Box. I don't know Lorna Shore, but yes. All of the above, Fupo. Naming bands.
Okay. Well, one second we're talking about alcohol, the next second we're talking about bands, which to be fair, I brought up Purity Ring, so that's on me. Floorgasms? What?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Nightwish has the most spine-tingling version of the Phantom of the Opera ever.
I actually came across a heavy metal version of Golden today from K-pop
Really?
Demon Hunters.
Nice.
I was like, okay, I take it.
How'd that go?
It went pretty interesting. I'll have to find the video and send it over to you. Lorna Shore is my favorite band. Very nice, Brody. Flora Jensen is the singer and she is a goddess. 100%. Nightwish score as well. Oh, by the way, Bit Brigade is going to PAX West.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta check them out.
I got. I looked over the schedule because, by the way, for those of you guys that don't know, we're going to PAX West. I'm actually gonna be working at one of the booths there as a volunteer, so my ticket got paid for. So I had to like go through the whole entire schedule to plan out what we're gonna do at PAX or what I'm gonna do at PAX. By the way, 10 to 2, I'm going to be kind of working the booth, and then 2 p.m. on, I'll be open.
Okay, so find all the fun stuff to do while you are at the booth.
Yeah, and they do have. I did see that they're doing Final Fantasy Magic: The Gathering at 1 p.m. for Friday and Saturday. I think, or Saturday and Sunday, 2 of the days they're doing it. But I don't know how to feel yet. I'm still like mad at them. I haven't decided if I'm going to support them with it. I've been waiting for the Final Fantasy Magic: The Gathering set to come out, but I'm so angry at what they did with the sets. I want to buy Nightwish Music and Ashes. Yeah, so I know.
Also, we still got to catch another Protoman show. I still need one signature. I need one.
Oh
more
yeah,
signature.
we gotta know when they're coming so we can grab your. Do you know where your headset is?
Roughly, yeah. It's in one of the boxes, I think, upstairs.
Okay. We gotta get them to sign it, and then we'll
Yeah, you need that one more autograph. I got the whole bit of everybody.
Yeah, welcome back, Artorias. Oh man, Bard's being able to play Nightwish music. Hell yes, please. Nice. New Learner Store song tomorrow, by the way. Ooh, Beastly, send it to me. I want to hear. Come pop in our Discord. Pop it in the off topic. I want to see. Broadly. Okay, so you're Brody from YouTube. Got it. Welcome in to the Twitch side.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's doing the restream like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be taking y'all's chat over, but it also helps to be able to actually like respond to people. I don't think I have. Vertec, have I heard Lorna Shore? Have you shown me?
I have not, no.
Okay.
Mainly just because if I have heard of them and heard their music, I do not recall.
Okay. What? Okay, so Fupo, what kind of music is Lorna? Because like, keep in mind, I like things ranging, and I might shock some people here, from Korn and like Breaking Benjamin and like who's the one that does the Welcome Home? Coheed and Cambria, all the way over to like Zed and Rez. Huh?
Eat it.
Yeah. They're deathcore. Okay, I haven't really heard of deathcore.
Okay. That does not sound like it would be up your alley there.
Okay. Avenged Sevenfold, yeah. Avenged Sevenfold's pretty good. I like Avenged. Honestly, I literally think I had the entire house when we had roommates at one point like shout saying Avenged Sevenfold while we were all cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty fun.
Pretty much.
Massimo has talent to do what he does. Yeah. Ramos defines extreme vocals. Very fair. Okay. I will give it a try, but I will not expect myself to like it. But I'll at least give it a try. But that does remind me of the girl who's like a singing coach or whatever. And she like did a whole Kickstarter for like putting cameras down people that do like screaming down their throat. Yeah, charismatic voice. Yep. That's who I'm talking about. Thank you, Erwin. And so she's got that whole like Kickstarter so that they can do that research, so that they can figure out like how are people doing this and how can we maybe protect their vocal cords going forward. Yeah, I mainly watch her because of her facial expressions. It kind of reminds me of my facial expressions, but I feel like hers are a little bit more over the top than mine are. And it's just like amusing to watch, in my opinion. Have you seen this vid with charismatic voice where they stuck video camera does they're always doing? Yeah. It was very cool. He was like,
okay. So I just went and took a quick brief look at Lorna Shore Oblivion.
Yeah.
It's not going to be your cup of tea. Your cup of tea.
My cup of tea?
Yeah, it's not going to be your cup of tea.
Okay.
It is absolutely, as they were saying, like very brutal and heavy.
Okay.
Not a single understandable lyric. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You need the lyrics in front of you. That's fair. Okay.
Absolutely, like live and die in the mosh pit music.
Okay, got you. And then you can start to understand it. Hello, Facade. Mm-hmm. Welcome in. Very fair. Yeah, I think the heaviest I go is like Heavy as the Crown or like Your Betrayal. I think that's about as heavy as I go. Once you really hear the words for other songs as well. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to play that really low because it would probably give me a headache a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like the stuff I'm used to hearing in like the industrial clubs at like peak mosh pit time.
Yeah,
like peak mosh pit time.
I'm terrified. Like, please don't mosh pit me. I'm 4'10". Please don't hurt me. Aesthetic perfection, gods and gold. Okay, interesting. Is that another similar type of band? Will Ramos and Tatiana, no idea how to say that person's name, not gonna ruin their last name, should be the voices for all in-game monsters ever. And clipped. Wait, what did you clip? What about, okay, I'm not even questioning it. Tatiana, I think that she might like some of the songs. Okay. Death Metal TV and Vertec. Mine was just like making gremlin noises, really.
Does anybody know, has like OTEP done anything new recently?
Who?
OTEP. OTEP.
I've never heard of them.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. My daughter.
OTEP you might like.
Okay, I'll have to try. Oh, hell yeah, you take me back. Free would make a little backpack and then... No, don't put me in the backpack. I'd get beat up. I'd have a black and blue back from people's like elbows flying everywhere. My daughter is upset that she is short. Have advice. Okay, well, without telling the internet how old your daughter is, just tell her I am an adult who is very short. And it has its perks and it has its drawbacks, but you know what? She can be as picky as she wants, so she only likes tall guys because every guy is taller than me.
Yep. Just honestly, like from the husband of a very, very short girl, tell her to be cute. She just acts cute, she will get her way so very often. Chibi, erase the last 10 seconds of your memory.
Tell her she can enjoy airplane ride. Sure, just means fun and is concentrated. True. Vertec, you just need to put Brie in the rack and lengthen her. No. Oh my god, I'm thinking like Morticia Adams. Just.
Yeah, Facade, I do have a different mic. I'm actually trying a couple different things from time to time while traveling. Does it sound bad?
Yeah, pockets.
Good, just quiet.
It's because I'm 4'10". 5'2" is still tall. I think I would normalize Vertec being short because I apparently don't look short. So if I'm next to Vertec and I don't look short, Vertec by extension doesn't look short. But the reality is you get me next to Vertec and I'm like, here.
Okay, well, let's check if it's the quality of the mic or like distance away or angle. Does this sound better or does this still sound kind of ick? Because maybe I can adjust the angle or volume or something.
I don't know. I'll let the chat decide because I don't have a problem with how you sound. But
or if I put it down there.
Yeah, he's not using the microphone that he's usually using, though. So it's a whole other microphone.
I'm literally using a lav mic.
So it sounds like a typical... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It sounds like a typical lapel. It's not like... I have the better microphones with me, I believe, Vertec. You didn't take them, did you?
Depends on what you mean by the better microphones.
The square.
Mean the little... Yeah, I literally grabbed those so I could take it when I travel.
Oh, okay. That's where they went. I thought I misplaced them. But yeah, I mean, like, it's not the square one that he was using last week, which is a better quality. I think something with the thing that you're using is adjusting the quality of it.
Possible, it's possible. I'm going to try the other lavalier mic.
Okay, but they do like... Rode. Okay, but they do like the way that you sound now, either way. The lapels are... Welcome in, Dross. Generally pretty great quality. I wonder what compression and mixes it's on. I didn't touch any of the settings that he has. It's whatever comes through Zoom.
It's not a compression. There's no compression. It's on actually 32-bit float for audio.
There you go. Whatever he said.
Yeah, there should be no actual compression. There's a little bit of noise reduction, but should be about it.
Yeah. Sorry, Vertec, no OTEP since over a decade, but let me introduce you to another band that disappeared, Drowned the City. says
From
Erwin.
the city. Okay.
I'm not a sound engineer, but it almost sounds like there might be a degree of EQ on there. I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth fussing over for just a hangout type of stream.
Danger. Strangulation hazard.
Oh no.
Don't swallow mics.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But
As I can get this stupid warning off, I'll trade mics out and see what this one sounds like.
there you go. OTEP apparently released the Godslayer in 2023. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay. So it's been a couple years since they put something new out, but at least newer than the last thing I remember listening to, which was like 10 years old.
There you go. Also, Vertec, I don't know if you knew this, but they brought PTR down this morning at 10 a.m.
Ooh.
And it won't be back until 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh.
Any
okay.
ideas on what this big update is that is taking so long?
I know exactly what it is, and I can't tell you because it's super secret.
Okay. Short targets are harder to hit.
Code word. Yeah, it's my code words of basically saying I have no idea, but I don't want to admit that.
Okay. For your daughter, Magic says short targets are harder to hit, so there's that at least. If you're throwing out random rock gems, listen to the screaming trees, says Toast. Okay, I'll have to try and do that. Hey, Chibi's pretty tall for a junior. It's a good thing I'm not a junior. I'm a pirate. Which Vertec, I'm sorry if I do. Okay, do you want me to spoil the cute little idea that you and I had for like my findings on being like a tall Vec and a short pirate, or do you want me to tell you what I found? Like, do you want to wait until you get here and you make, because the sliders work now for height.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
spoil away.
I made my pirate the shortest pirate I could be, and she was still shorter than a Vec.
Huh. Okay.
But I'm pretty excited about that because we were so.
I dig that.
Backstory: Vertec and I assumed pirate are gonna be pretty tall, right? And Vec were gonna be pretty short. So if I go with the shortest pirate and he goes with the tallest Vec, we were wondering who's gonna be taller.
Yeah, because Steven had said at one point that Vec were going to be one of the shorter races.
Oh my gosh, is that a burn, Mr. Noobtastic? Your mama might have been a pirate, but daddy was a junior mailman.
Oh man.
Ouch.
Cold. That's cold.
Saloon's still my favorite, of course. Fupo goes, wow. Speechless. Oh man, you know what we should have? Shots fired. We should have like a roasting segment for our charity stream where chat like tries to come up with Varen roasts and then we have to like read them out.
Oh heck yeah. We record them, record us just reading them out loud and start putting them in as audio redeems.
Oh no, that sounds chaotic.
Turn all of them on during like tavern talks.
Oh, that would be a great way to like dismantle a tavern talk. Can confirm I've never hit a gnome no matter how much I tried in WoW. Rude. Hey, it was dark times during APOC. Wow. Sliders need improvement still. Elves are too tall, in my opinion. Also, the armor morph needs improving a lot. There's some armors where I can totally still see like the bra on my girl through the armor. And I'm like, might need to cover that up a little bit. It's every stream I watch though. Fair. I'm still waiting for mob sound noises to become tavern redeems. Well, yeah, we'll get there. I need to like remember I need to like clip the sounds of the mobs in something and just listen to them because I can only ever remember the oh yeah because I fought them for so long. You leave my Valiant belly. I'm not talking about the belly. Okay, I'm talking about like my girl's booba hanging out. of like
Alright.
the armor, like meshing
How's this
through
mic
the
sound?
armor. How's that mic
Does this
sound
one sound
good?
better? Talking
Maybe.
with words and stuff.
I don't.
Better, worse, quieter, louder.
It's about the same to me, but it might be slightly clearer.
Okay.
Do your women still need a shaved option? Apparently, that's only for Nikua at the moment. The Grum Chump is my favorite. Yeah. Need Goblin Redeem. Yes, we'll get you a Goblin Redeem, I promise. Chump chump. Volume is the same, still clear, just very monotone.
Monotone. All right. Well,
Armorsmith is part of the free nipple. Your Armorsmith is part of the free the nipple movement. I don't mind if character is tall as long as they're slim, just like the fast mobile look. Yeah, and you can adjust them to be thicker or thinner, and they start off quite toned looking, in my opinion. There's no high-pitched sounds coming from Vertec. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting high-pitched tones from Vertec. And the microphones, as nice as those are, you're not going to get the nice boomy part of Vertec's voice.
No.
Oh yeah, from the Baron Murlocs is so entertaining. We're just going to call it the Baron Murloc Redeem. It's clipped in the community chat, just needs to be separated and then formatted for Twitch. True. My beach dwarf is as chunky as I can make his belly. Yeah. I have this one next to my name for some reason. I think because not some reason, for a reason. Yeah. King of clipping over here. My bench dwarf is top heavy like Gru, and he skips leg day. Character creator usually last item of business before beta launch. Yeah, absolutely. But they did just recently do a revamp on it, so that was really nice. By the way, I don't know if I can talk about it on stream, but I can say we were approached Vertec for a stream idea, and they were asking us if we'd be the host for their idea, because they don't stream themselves. Oh, you're not coming through. No. I'm sorry. I said no to you. You're a weirdo, but I didn't hear you. Furrow brow Vertec, yeah, absolutely. We need a Vertec emoji. Yeah, not wearing mops. Glad they threw some resources at it, yeah. I use the beach dwarf and make it as skinny and short as possible so it's actually halfling. Nice. EQ style halfling. Yeah, nice. EverQuest. No Nikua the halflings. I love Moana halflings. Vertex still trying to figure it out. Hi, Hovsy. Says Emu. Hello, Emu. Beach dwarf is Nikua. It is, yes. When you want to play Ashes but the game is down, right? PTR is down till 1 p.m. tomorrow. I was like, wonder what they're putting in. Curious.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
There we go. There's Vertec.
Yeah. So yeah, there's really not much I can do about that. There's no actual like EQ in here.
Yeah.
In the settings.
Kaza, I think, isn't Drow like a dark elf? You literally can make your elf dark. Who needs PTR when you're a mayor? Am I right? Wow, rude. So, not so furrowed brow Vertec now, yeah. Yeah.
How about if I turn the low cut on? Does it balance my voice out at all? Make it sound any better? In general?
For me, I can't really. I'm not the audiophile.
Yeah, I'm totally
I'm
not
useless.
asking you in any way, because I asked you if it was louder or quieter, and you were like, I don't know.
It sounds about the same to me. I mean, Chad at least agreed with me that it sounded about the same. My favorite edgelord, by the way, the drought. Yeah. We need to get 6 screenshots, pocket start while we still can. Yes. Just making a pyrite since they're just like normal elves, all snooty. Yeah, right? Big downtime means infrastructure to me. More dynamic critting. Yes.
Erwin, louder, quieter equals yes.
Don't ruin my
well, I turned on the low pass filter, so well, maybe that'll do something.
Yeah. But what did you say with the response of the hosting idea?
I don't know what the idea is, but I guess I'll take a look. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll send it to you off cam, but it's pretty fun. I like the idea. I've actually got a bunch of recording time stuff. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to be mayor. No thanks. My bard must be pyrite since because branchlers. Yes, I love the branchlers. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, is there anything that you want to talk about, Vertec? Because I mean, like you said, you looked around just like I did. Community is not talking about a whole lot right now.
Yeah, it's not an exciting time in the community news area.
Not necessarily,
community
no.
discussions area.
Yeah, Strauss,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here in, a couple weeks?
Yeah, very curious. We are officially
Have a
2
feeling
weeks
things are gonna turn
countdown.
around.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty slow right now. Not high consequences about the only reason I even joked about running, and then others wanted to make jokes apparently, so I got elected. Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
So now it would be early September, October. That'd be cool to test on PTR. Just saying.
Yeah, someone who's going to be interesting. Even better is once they get that in and they get that, stabilized a little bit after its introduction to the masses. Maybe they'll start doing the secondary archetype soon after. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I imagine they're probably going to want to do Summoner first. So that's like September, October-ish. And then all of the redesign for the skill sets, which I don't know how long that's going to take them. I don't know if they're already working on that or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I could probably see like halfway into next year.
Oh,
For
I don't know if
second-
it'll be that long.
No?
The second? No.
For all the secondaries, though, not just like the
Oh, for
cleric.
all the secondaries. Okay. Yeah, I was just talking about the introduction of just to see kind of how the system works. Yeah.
Yeah. Steven says September, well, Maggie said October, so it'll be November. 2 weeks. 100% not in time for PTR, yeah. Or P3 launch. No destruction, end of this, beginning of next. Yeah. Curious to see about the node's destructions and like actually like that's the other thing. People are so spoiled that the node doesn't destruct currently. So like the sieges don't have as much weight to them. So people are doing a bunch of sieges without any actual repercussions to doing said sieges. So as soon as the siege actually is working and you actually destroy the node and then it goes down to 0 and that actually happens, boom, we're like, oh shit, that's a thing.
That's actually a thing now.
Oh, Vertec. So, okay, we were talking in our subscriber stream, right?
Mm-hmm. And
we were thinking about like how the changes to the nodes with the vassalization and how, Steven once said that your node won't be able to, or your server won't be able to unlock everything unless you like siege certain things down and build them up other places, right?
Yeah.
So if our server says like have New Ayla up, right? And another server has, let's say, Arisalon up for like Metropolis level or even like village level. They have something that we don't, and our server ends up preferring having that thing. That would be a PvE reason to siege New Ayla to bring up Arissalon.
Yeah. I mean, there'd be PvE reasons for a lot of stuff, but the action to realize the PvE stuff is going to be PvP.
Yeah. So I mean, because as Oracle pointed out, PvE builds the world, PvP changes the world.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that's something that Steven said a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think the PvE builds the world is strictly in the sense of gaining experience is how it feels to me. Yeah.
Okay. What other PvE things would you like to see? Because I mean, obviously they're still working on it, right? So what PvE elements do you think are missing and that you would like to see kind of get maybe a better retouch, and like what would feel good to you? What do you want, Kaze?
A lot.
A lot.
Honestly, like some bosses that are actually worth doing, and I know that's a harsh statement, but like actually interesting and have consequence, have weight, have feel to them.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I don't know, have challenge, like have a sense of accomplishment when you beat them down after the first time. Because when you beat them the first time, it's always going to feel like an accomplishment, right? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, we got the boss down, yay! But even after we got one of the bosses down in like one time,
Mm-hmm.
it felt super easy after that. It was like, okay, let's lather, rinse, repeat. Like this, the second kill on was always like easy peasy, smooth and buttery. And that's what I'd like to see, is something with actual satisfaction behind it.
Yeah.
Besides just mowing down, AoE mowing down a bunch of mobs. And then you get to the boss and you're like, well, let's figure out the strat. Cool, we figured out the strat. Now it's going to be on farm. Immediately it's on farm after the first kill.
Yeah. Kaze wants challenging raids, which said that, unfortunately was probably not going to be happening. And then Oracle wants the astrology. Hevsy said, I forgot about this. Straw says, I don't want any more until the X pack. Yeah, we're not necessarily talking about like adding new features. It's just more like what is feeling lackluster with PvE. Obviously, they don't have the questing system in, I had a Kaze. Okay, cool. I was thinking like kamikaze, so I thought it was Kaze. So yeah. Cool. Thank you. We all need to remember this is level 25. Hogger wasn't hard. Erwin wants the bosses off of respawn timers, like cycles. Get them off of the cycles.
Yeah. Hogger was tough when you're like level 3 running out of Stormwind. Like, ooh, what's this guy? Oh shit.
Yeah.
You get wrecked because he's like a level 7 or something.
Raids may be an option eventually, just not instant, so that PvP can happen. Yeah, it's just more like the most polite way I could put it, meaningful raids. Like the type of raids I used to love doing was spending hours in a raid dungeon trying to like hit my head against the wall and get progression on it. And I don't really know if we're gonna get that in Ashes because PvP is present.
Because PvP is the focus. PvP is the focus.
I want lawless areas around the world bosses. Well, you're already getting that. that's
Yep.
a rotating lawless zones are a thing, and they are around the world bosses. But I do not want them constantly. That would immediately make me leave the game, I think.
Yeah, I would immediately tap out of even doing PvE stuff if there were lawless areas everywhere like that.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you're literally like, give up the term PvX. It's not PvX. It's just PvP. It's a PvP game. There's just some PvE sprinkled in there enough to say that yes, you have to kill some mobs to get some drops.
Yeah.
It's not like.
Oh, sorry. I thought you're done.
There's no like actual engaging PvE activities, and that's the problem I see right now with just the term or the statement saying that Ashes is a PvX game. It's not really though. It's a PvP game currently with the current setup and current design statements. It's a PvP game that sprinkles in some PvE to say, well, people have to earn some money somehow, and you're not going to earn it by killing somebody else with no money.
Yeah.
So we'll just put some things in here. I mean, that's why you can kind of mow through everything with just a group, and there's a couple tricks here and there, and you got to be of appropriate level. But when you can be a level 10 or level 7 with a group of 4 or 5 people and go into a level 8, 9 area and still kind of steamroll through it, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And when you can take a group of 8 people, roll into, you know, a raid type area and be of appropriate level and just kind of plow through it and just grind, and things just fall over. It doesn't feel engaging to me. It's kind of like saying, well, you know, you can totally flag in the world, therefore it's a PvP game. You can totally do that, but there's no arenas, there's no node sieges, there's no node wars, there's no guild wars, there's no nothing. Yeah, but there's world PvP. You can PvP, you can fight somebody in the world, therefore that's your PvP.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me. It's like giving PvP players like just world PvP. That's all you get. That's what you get. It's such a baseline statement. It's true, but it's such a baseline that it doesn't feel like there's actual care and effort put into it. But that's just my opinion right now. They are apparently focusing on PvP before they focus on PvE, so we'll see what they do with it in the future.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, yeah, there's going to be some instant content, but it's going to be 20% of the dungeons are going to be instance specifically for the storyline, as a few of you have pointed out in the chat. Thank you. And the rest of the 80% of it is going to be open world, which I don't really have a problem with open world. I really don't. It's just when people are asking, and this isn't anything against you, Brody. There's other people asking for this too. When people are asking for it to become like lawless areas, like it's not. I'm sorry, like if I wanted to play that type of game, I would go and play that type of game. Like there's a reason why I chose Ashes with the flagging system specifically. And I'm gonna be honest, the flagging system is the only reason why I'm in Ashes.
I mean, Noobtastic and Hoovesy, I know a lot of people say that, but I think that's the view of PvP.
Cheers to you, Brody.
PvP enthusiasts. Because there's plenty of games that I'll play through once and never play again because the PvE is a mess. And if it's the easiest thing to do, then why is PvE a mess in any game? It should always be great, right?
Yeah, but also to be fair, I mean, I do understand the perspective of PvP is harder to get because like you have to make sure that it feels balanced when you're fighting against another player. Especially from a PvP perspective, but like fighting against a mob, it's like, does the thing die relatively quick? Yes. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Like, you know, does it put up a decent challenge? Okay, we're good. So I definitely understand that, which is why I'm maintaining my like hopeful outlook, but I'm definitely like, I'm not partaking in the lawless zones unless I really have nothing to lose or for some reason just want to go do lawless things, but it's not something I'm going to seek out necessarily, at least at the beginning.
Yeah, but and sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, that being said, Ashes has changed my mind about a couple of things at this point, so I guess time will tell for me. Yeah,
and yeah, Mr. Noobtastic, I mean, viewing that as a hope, I'm hopeful too. That's why I said I know they're doing the PvP is the focus right now, and maybe PvE will get an improvement passed down the line, and it'll be better. I hope for that too. I'm just with the stated goals of the game, I don't think it's going to be much improved. I think it's going to kind of benefit a little bit from a second pass, but yeah. I don't have a whole lot of hope that it's going to be amazing, and because of specifically what whoa, it all scrolled past. Yeah, what Strauss was saying, if you have a really challenging boss and then PvP is introduced, it's going to be an absolute train wreck. It's going to be terrible. It's going to hurt because you're going to be going with a highly tuned raid, and you're going to have just a small group half your size come in and just wreck it all, and everybody dies. Everybody dies.
Yeah, and by the way, welcome in Amorone. Amorone? a more
one, maybe.
Maybe. Says, in this day and age, there should not be a WoW raid type gameplay where it's simply figuring out a pattern puzzle and then wash, rinse, repeat. A challenging boss encounter should now be much more intelligent and respond randomly as well to the players themselves. We have the technology, which we do. A more one. Okay, thank you. Like love one. One love?
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm thinking.
It's honestly, it's one of those things where I think that's Intrepid's intention with their bosses, their boss battles. They did say that they would like it to be where the bosses do learn from you, and depending on the group size, they have different things that they do. So right now, Firebrand's rinse and repeat. But I'm hoping in the future there's at least some interesting new mechanics that happen, especially if there's enough people that have already fought him before. And he's like, oh, I remember you. I'm going to do this other thing now. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of already see some of that AI.
Put in the Nemesis system.
Oh my God, yes. There's like, why does Firebrand keep focusing you? Well, you see.
Yeah. Well, see, the tricky part about it all is, I mean, you can't make it too easy because then it just gets boring. You can't make it too hard because then if PvP comes along, just everybody's screwed. So there's got to be a balance, and I think the balance is going to be in the fun aspects of the fight instead of the like extra challenging. But that's why I use the specific term of engaging and rewarding. Like, it's got to feel rewarding.
Yeah.
And by rewarding, I don't mean that I get all the legendary loot. Rewarding doesn't necessarily need to be the legendary loot. It's just the experience of finishing that fight and being able to complete it. And knowing that it might not be the same next time. You could come with the same exact group and not have the same outcome, even if you mastered whatever you did today. Totally random use of mechanics and such could also be an absolute train wreck too. Because the boss just spams his power move because he keeps rolling 100s. And his power move is just over and over and over and over. And it's tank buster after tank buster, and everyone dies punch after punch. Boom. Like, totally random is not a good way to go either, I think. There's got to be some action reaction and ways you can kind of guide a boss into certain types of activities. But within those activities, there's going to be a variance still.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, hold on. First off, Fupo says locks and mechanics that block others from joining are not instancing per se. And that just gave me like that one that we were watching where like the red wall went up until they died or the boss died. But like people could see in. We talked about this a long time ago when we watched that anime.
Yeah.
But then Amor One says, I think it would be cool if a boss could detect when PvP was going on, and maybe it helps out the side that first attacked it and then got jumped. Sometimes it could help the other side or switch here and there. Fun. So mobs adapting to our action sounds like a type of Ulduar hard mode trigger. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd love to see that. You know, if there was a certain strat that was working against a boss and it realized that these different groups were using a specific type of like set of strats of like, oh, I'm just going to avoid it by doing this easy. Then it changes up how it does it. Like, that'd be fun.
See, magic pipe. That's where things can be much more engaging and interesting is if there are multiple phases and each phase has a different thing to learn, because you got to figure out, or you got to figure after you learn a fight, it's going to be easier as long as it's still challenging is my hope. As long as it's still challenging, like it's not just you're figuring out how to get through the one hit skills and you fall over dead and you figure out how to get past that. And now the fight is jokingly easy. Those are the silly mechanics that I don't really like. It's okay if one or two of those are in there just to kind of keep you on your toes, see if you're paying attention. But if that's what the fight hinges on, it's no bueno. But yeah, that's what I'd like to see is if there's multiple phases even, and each phase has a different thing to learn. It's still going to take you a long time because as soon as you bump into a new phase with a new mechanic, you're going to get wrecked multiple times until you figure it out.
Yeah. Noob says New World had world boss fights where outsiders could still see in and watch the battle going on while they waited their turn.
Be a good way to learn a fight, watching somebody else fight.
True. Like, don't do that. Got it. Magic says I really have high hopes for tech. I love PvP, but I'm also a PvE enjoyer, especially if it's good. Yeah, and I want it to be good. This is like, this game is supposed to be like pivotal, and there's so many major things that it's working on, and it needs to have really good PvE. And I trust Steven will have a good sense about him for making the PvE good. I'm just concerned with it being open world PvP as well. So like, I like a good hard fight because I like to, like, you know, smash my head against the wall a little bit, try to figure out the mechanics, right? But the only thing that I'm kind of okay with it not being too hard with, and this is unfortunate for me, but is, you know, the XP debt. Like, if you die a lot, because that's part of that learning curve, is you die a lot, now you're racking up a bunch of XP debt just trying to learn it. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about that, because now as I'm trying to learn this thing, I'm actively getting punished for dying. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I really want to try this. So it's like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings, and I'm waiting until I can actually like feel it a little bit more. I was on multiple progression raid teams in Swords Warrior to hope for some great PvE fights to partake in. Yeah. Well, willing to wait for a balanced PvX game. Yes, same. Oh god, I got PTSD already from that. Even the level 32 muck was super hard to kill, right? So you could draw inspiration from there if you want to consider harder fights. The Hardest Society acceptable grind in the Dark Soul Elder type games fights, but those are 1v1s. Yeah. Sucks because that's something that Steven doesn't sound willing to budge on to. Yeah, I know. He's ruthless when he talks about it. He is. He enjoys our pain. He does. I mean, who else will summon 5,000 bears on you and then just go, oops. Whoopsie. I'm okay with XP debt. It's like farming soul shards pre-raid, farm XP debt down for raid prep. Yeah, but I'm just like, so does anyone he enjoys so does go ahead.
Yeah, the XP debt thing, the only thing I don't like about it is that anything PvP outside of world PvP has no XP debt, but everything PvE has XP debt.
It will mean a thing, Magic. Your XP, like the more XP debt you have, the crappier you are at like earning stuff. And then I think it also gives you like there's your stat dampening. There's also like for a little bit of time, you know, you have like the crappier drops. Like he said that literally going through XP debt means that you get worse drop chances. Yep.
It's harder for you to actually kill something. It's harder for you to get an actual drop out of it. Is it worth killing? Is it worth slaying the boss if you have a 10% less likelihood of getting, you know, a drop at all, let alone a good drop?
Yeah.
So you die like 5 times, you may as well just leave the raid and go get some experience that worked off and go back to it.
But also, you know, like Facade said, in EQ, he would actually lose levels, which is more punishing for being in a raid. Like, shit, now I'm level 23 instead of 25 because I kept dying. But yeah, unfortunately, it's on the wiki. Oh, here, hold on. I don't think I have a button for that, but I can type it out. Wiki is on the wiki.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing that Steven outlined before.
I would look up death penalty or XP debt or something like that, and it should tell you like everything. Because I went through and I realized that like not only is like the XP debt halved when you're doing PvP, but so are all the other negatives that go with XP debt.
Well, when you do PvP in the open world, it's halved. And see, that's the other thing that kind of makes me jealous, I guess, of all things. I'm not going to say like bitter or angry, but like jealous. As anything you do PvP related, less penalties. Everything PvE, full penalty, and so far there's no word of them ever removing that for any reason whatsoever.
Yeah. And that's the thing that kind of, I don't know how to feel about. I'm like a bit torn on that myself. Memorial Site provides a 50% reduction of XP debt on death. for the zone, I believe. And I think, is that for citizens or is that for everybody within the zone? And then Mr. Noob says, could you imagine losing a level that affected your gear qualifications and all? Like, sorry, back to add up gear for you, level 19. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I feel like if that wasn't the case, people would just fight, not worth the PV. Yeah, and I get that. I think that he's definitely trying to make people's actions have consequences and things like that. But I don't know. It's one of those things, again, like, this is not like any game I've played. And I can sit here and compare it to World of Warcraft all day, because that's the main game I've really played. Same with Final Fantasy 14. But the reality is this game is nothing like those games.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why, like, no matter what negative things I have to think about or say about how things are currently going or how they're planned to go, is that there's still so much more to come out and so many more systems and so many more balance and configuration and update passes to go that I still have a pretty open mind on how it could turn out in the end. Like, my opinion now is my opinion right now, today, the 12th of August, 2025. Yeah. But in 2 years, it could be totally different because more systems come out and they flesh everything out more, and it could be this was the plan all along. Yeah. And okay, well, this is really not as bad as I thought or as awkward as I thought or whatever. You never know. Yeah, true. And I mean, that being said, as Wizzy noticed, like, my opinion changed from when we first started our podcast 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah. So I went from I hate PvP, I want nothing to do with it, to guys, I went in the lawless zone for a second. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like if you're open-minded enough, you can adapt if it's something that you care about enough, you know. If it's really not your thing, it's not your thing. I'm not expecting somebody to adapt. But if you're on the fence about it, I say stay open-minded and give it a chance. And, remember, at the end of the day, all of this is in development, and that's part of the reason why we're here in the alpha testing, is to give our feedback and say, hey, this is why this doesn't feel good to me. This is what I expected it to be like, and this is what it's actually like, and this is why I don't like it, or like this is what I would have changed about it. And that feedback may or may not be something that they'll choose to action upon, but it gives them good information on like how you're feeling. Maybe other people in the community feels like that, you know? Ashes is the first PvP I liked after 20 years of WoW. Nice. NPC guards were dying to scorpions in Sunhaven. You know, things are bad outside when they're dead. Fair. I'd love to see Monk Corpse. What? What did I walk into? I miss EQ1 fear of death or poor choices mixed with modern content and systems. I would love to see Monk corpse dragging. I have a feeling it's an EQ1 thing, and I only played EQ for a small amount of time. I was playing Ultima Online, and I tried EQ for like a quick minute, and I was like, this is kind of cool, but I like Ultima Online. I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah,
that's fair. I do love, Hubsy, that they allowed you to change it so that your your party frames could be raid frames. I like that. In EQ1, a monk could sneak in and drag your corpse to a safe lootable area. Oh my god. Otherwise you lose your gear and decay, dying deep in a dungeon. Oh, okay. So like lootable for you, like you could come back and loot it. I mean, I'm sure they could probably lootable too, but just saying, what? Could give permission for others to drag it. So you would have a monk with feigned death. They would get it. Okay. A request when you... Okay.
Drag it out to a safe area for you to run back up and grab your junk.
I appreciate everybody explaining it to us. I'm like, what is happening? I just imagine someone be like, hey, steals body. I'm like, what is happening?
Fantastic. That's great. Break out a broom and a dustpan.
Oh my god. Right? Because like your body is not a body anymore. It's just a pile of ashes. Like, pay me 10 gold for your ashes. What? Holding people's bodies for ransom in a jar.
That's it. Tank's newest accessory is a shop vac hanging out on his back.
places like going to the plains, plane of hate, fear, etc., you would go up with a few raids and could all die, and then might be days to go get your bodies back in cases it took weeks. Oh my lord. You could pay a necromancer a large sum to use regent to summon your corpse. Ooh, that would be cool. 10
gear on peeing in the CERN.
Oh no. Oh man. Oh, the sleeper must have been fun. Yeah, that sounds crazy. But I mean, that's like a level of intense that I think people aren't really used to anymore. We did 8-hour shifts of raids and Plane of Fear. Wow, 8-hour shifts. Oh my gosh, I could not imagine it. I could not imagine it, chat. I could not imagine it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really hopeful. I'm really hopeful that that the narrative system is really cool. I would love to see the hooks. Honestly, that's what gets me going. I'm here for the story at the end of the day. If the boss battle content's not that great, that's fine. Let me just go do the narrative stuff and do like alchemy and run my tavern. And I'll be happy. Be my own little life sim in a very dangerous game. Dangerous life sim. I was in the Kraken raid. Steven talks about when he went to bed and woke up and it was still going on. Oh my god, that's crazy. Was that like in like the old EQ games or something? It's crazy. Yeah, those 8-hour shifts and account sharing bosses. Oh no. Carafrim? Oh, Arcage. Yeah. Okay. I honestly, I only really played like World of Warcraft. That was the first MMO, and I was like 13 when Lich was out. Cataclysm definitely came out shortly after. So I remember like the Cataclysm thing, and like the first time there was swearing in World of Warcraft, where he was like, "Watch your clever mouth, beep," and I was like, "He said a bad word!" Like to my dad. We were watching it together. But yeah.
I enjoyed the Cataclysm story and the beginning, how the raids began. The raids began really fun and they were challenging, and then they decided to dip down the challenge level on them shortly after being introduced.
Magic wants to know if they'll be able to carry tabs at our tavern.
I think for a select few people we could probably do that.
Arcade long raids are crazy. What basic lore we have right now is pretty cool and has potential for killer amount of lore, and we all know yeah, Steven loves roleplay, and I honestly love that he called that out in the live stream. You know, is like, I'm a role player and a PvPer and a PvEer, like this is all important to me. You know, and I know he's holding the lore close to his chest. I'm excited. Dream to have. Oh, sorry.
That's exactly what I was going to look at. My dream is to have Steven and Elon chip me into Vera. They can harvest my energy. As long as I have my freehold and a farm and cooking. Yeah, that's going to be some of our main focus.
Yeah. I loved EQ. When EQ1 wasn't a Steven thing as far as I know. Okay. I love EQ, but it was also brutal to go that hard for hardcore these. It is like, y'all, we can't handle waiting 30 seconds for something. Imagine trying to do the hardcore stuff that people used to do. Like, original D&D is too hardcore for people these days. It was really funny. So there was a thing that came across my feed, and I'd take it with a grain of salt, but it was like, okay, close your eyes and like imagine what 30 seconds is like, and then open your eyes when you feel like it's been about 30 seconds. And the comments were like, bruh, I opened my eyes 7 seconds in. Like, I thought 30 seconds was 7 seconds in. Because he held up like a clock that had like the timer on it. And he made it go to 60 seconds. And I was like, the majority of the people couldn't even make it halfway to 30 seconds before opening their eyes because they thought it was been 30 seconds. So, I mean, if that tells you about the state of our ability of being patient and keeping time and what have you, I think it's not very good. And I mean, there's a lot of people that do like the scroll thing, right? So like you're like a lot of people just swipe through like these shorts feeds all day, you know, like they're short form, like less than 30 seconds. 30 seconds feels like a long time at this point for some people. You know, a minute is like dreadful to get through, apparently.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Meanwhile, I struggled with being stuck in the corner for 5 minutes. 5 minutes was the hard one for me as a child. I was like, I've been here 5 ever.
5 ever.
Steven's thought so much deeper about everything than people realize was the time. So you know he has a massive story already played. Oh, I'm excited. Oh man, I loved the original D&D before computers because this did, yeah, all the shelves of compendiums and stuff. Yeah, I used to love that. Like, you know, like I remember when I would plan out what I was doing based off of what my party was doing, so that I could build off of what they were doing. Like, this guy's doing this thing and I'm paying attention to like what my party mates are doing. It's hard to find a group like that these days, I've noticed. Grew up on a dairy farm. If I wanted a game, I had to put them in manually from a book for the Apple LLC Plus. I'm old. Oh no, that's crazy. My first game was 4-person Mud on BBS. Something Battle Station, maybe?
Not sure.
Would have 100% love for actual dungeons to not have leashes in AOC. Leash at the entrance to create a pseudo zone. Interesting. No leashes in a dungeon. Curious. Okay.
I mean, I could see that, like leash at the exit, but no leashing within it. Like if you end up running into an area and you pull too many mobs, you can't just like run halfway down the hallway and things stop chasing you. They'll chase you all the way to the entrance.
Yeah, that'd be because everyone now wants to min-max even in pen and paper games. No patience and wants to be the main character. Yeah, see, bulletin board systems, I want that in so badly. I want to see what that's like. Like if I have a tavern, can I put up a quest, or is this like the quest board that is inherited from like the mother node, you know, etc. But like, I don't know, I'm curious. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly loved coming up with like, if Vertec did something and I thought that was really cool, I would bounce off of that idea and I would add to that and be like, if Vertec did a punch, I would slide under like between his legs as the guy was like getting knocked off like balance, and then do like a slash as I'm sliding and roll for like, you know, my dexterity check or something. Like, I love doing stuff like that, and it's really hard to find groups that do that stuff.
Yeah,
custom quest boards could be creative with it. Yeah.
Hoopsy, custom quest boards would be really nifty. It'd be really tricky, I think, to design them in a way where it couldn't be abused in the gold seller fashion. Like, I'm going to reward you 150 gold for bringing me 3 chicken carcasses. And right off of your freehold that you put up that quest is, a chicken farm.
Mm-hmm. Our guild has an app for ashes to request crafting or materials from your phone. Kind of like Quest. Nice. That's cool. Sounds like Overlord. Tavern boards with a quest giving like node rep tickets or something. I could see that. Or like, you know, like we as the owners of the establishment, I might need more rubies. So I'd put out a quest to get rubies, and then I could put up like something in return, you know, for that.
Yeah, in exchange of tavern foods.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if, you know how like there's the new boxes where like there can be a couple of different loot options you can select from. If we could build our own box and say like, you can get this, or this, and then they can choose the one that they want, and then the others would stay in our inventory or stay in like a loot area for a quest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Noobtastic, I could see that. Yeah, something kind of predetermined the tavern keeps can kind of pick from.
Yeah.
Maybe have a little bit of variance and flexibility. Like nobody responded to this last time, and the reward was, I don't know, 100 mayor bucks. Let me go ahead and see if I can increase it up to 125 mayor bucks, because
Yeah.
I need those deer carcasses so I can make food for the tavern.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
The tavern board could facilitate trade market, put up a job for granite rewards. Oak in the tavern gets the granite. Yeah, maybe. And then that can go in our storehouse if we need it for anything that we're building, or like for building maintenance. Many guilds have a crafting processing Discord bot these days, an idea which started in Genesis to my knowledge. Oh, that's cool. I know that there's AOC Nexus, which are trying to build like a website where you can kind of do that same idea without having to have like a Discord bot or an app or something. You can just use the website for it.
Yeah, trying to go like really in depth with it.
Yeah. Ooh, our first champion of the hill. Which, by the way, the person that claimed first was Can Do Gaming.
Nice.
I went live. I actually forgot to start it on the starting soon screen, so it was just me being here and be like realizing I didn't do it properly, and then it went straight to this countdown.
That's fantastic.
But yeah. Well, I suppose as we battle towards the end here, I am actually getting a little bit sleepy because it's almost 11:30. So I am looking to maybe wrap up, but Vertec, what are your thoughts? Are you trying to chit chat a little longer?
No, it's about time for me to tap out too.
It's only Tuesday, but it's been a week.
It's only Tuesday. It's been a long week, because it truly has.
Yeah.
I had to drive up to Baltimore for all of my yesterday, and then drive back down to DC area. It doesn't sound like a long drive until you count. It doesn't sound like a long drive until you count in rush hour traffic. And then I think I get to go back again on Thursday. Yeah.
Fun. Was super tonight. Love all the energy. Thanks. Yeah, this is our Tavern Talks when nobody really joins us. You just hear us yapping at each other and yapping at you guys. I had a lot of fun.
Some friends joining us in Discord as well. Sometimes we get group calls of like 7 people in here just shooting the breeze. Yeah.
But it's also nice to have it just you and me sometimes too, because we don't always get to just sit and chat ashes like this. So I'll take them both. And you guys Bodhi seem to like it, so.
Champion with the chancla.
Nice. With the flip-flop. We need a flip-flop emoji, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what if we get a replacement for your shield and you're just like holding up a giant flip-flop?
I am all about it. I want a cosmetic flip-flop for a shield.
There we go. There we go. Bust out the nuke. Yes. Would have joined in, but my brother kept calling. No worries.
There needs to be a crazy random hermit just wandering the world, proclaiming the glories of the golden sandal.
The golden sandal. Like almost, oh man.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be like the declare himself the sandal lord, just walking around the countryside and just randomly declaring to people, the glories of the golden sandal and just going off on random tangents about it.
That's funny.
I think that would be a great way to add random lore to the game and still keep the meme in there.
Oh my god. Farazan Gaming is streaming right now.
Farazan, oh my gosh, I haven't seen him in forever.
That's what I'm saying. He still has the Ashes referral code in his bio for Twitch. He is playing the new World of Warcraft 11.2 Mana Forge Omega raid.
Okay.
So maybe we can raid over to him, because I haven't seen him online in a while.
Yeah, it has been a long time. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna look through his thing. No, never mind. He doesn't even have a button I can push for videos. There it is. Okay, I see. I got back to it.
I'll convince
Oh, I
10 Man
think
to
we
come
just-
back just to be a wandering hermit. Nice.
Do it. Do it. Okay,
Proctor
no, I
for
think
them.
we just missed him. It looks like he's been back a couple times in the last 2 weeks. Plenty of
Yeah.
times that we're not around and looking maybe.
Yeah, so I'm thinking
Sneaking
maybe we
around
raid
on
over
us.
to him.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right. Okay. Cool.
The Sandal
praise the
Lordington. May it quack forever.
I love it. I love it. Well, Vertec, what are your thoughts on the, I guess, 2 weeks countdown for phase 3 and the PTR being down for like over a day?
Oh man. Well, for right now it being down for over a day, I'm not sure. I'm curious to see what comes at the end of it.
Same.
But the countdown for phase 3 in 2 weeks, it makes me sad. It should be 3 weeks.
So we can be back from PAX West.
So we can be back from PAX West. It needs to be 3 weeks.
Everything is happening the next 2 weekends. Like everything is happening on the 23rd and 24th, and then on the 26th and not the 26th, but then the following weekend is like the 29th and 30th is like opening weekend for like Halloween Horror Nights. And I'm like, why? Yeah. So yeah.
Many things.
So many things. Final countdown start. Panics. Don't panic yet. Don't panic yet. We'll give you cookies. There's no reason to panic quite yet. 2 weeks is still a good distance away. It's half a month. And you know what? I'm excited. It's the final countdown. All right, I'll get this raid started. Y'all, thank you for hanging out with us.
Every time the final countdown gets mentioned, I also think of the old song Ultimate. Was it the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
If you haven't heard it, you should definitely do a search of that, folks. It's forever old, but it's still kind of hilarious. I
sometimes get the I don't know what that does. On-screen celebration. Did it do it?
Yep, it shoots off a bunch of. Yep, check it out on the screen.
I'm looking, but it doesn't do it in my preview, I don't think. Okay, I see it. Awesome. But yeah. Y'all have a good night. By the way, I was gonna say that the other thing is like it's the final brain cell. Anyway, we'll see you guys. It's one of those days too. Yeah. We'll see you guys on Saturday with our guest for our podcast, and we hope to hang out with you guys then. And we're getting ready. Don't forget, we got a summit coming up at the end of the month too. Or towards the end of the month. Yeah. So definitely catch us around. Hang out with us for that. Yeah. Bye. Everybody. Kayla, bye. Kayla, bye.